I've come to love in Ghana is the fact that Ghana is developing economy. Ghana is developing every day. There are literally roads springing up every day in Ghana.
On the place, everybody knows the way they cause wahala. Every time when we step in the place, everybody see us them just.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa, and on this channel we have lots of things for everybody. We're talking about Ghana, we promote Ghana, we talk about Nigeria also. We literally promote the African culture on this channel, and also I make videos on fashion, side hustle, businesses, and all of that. So yeah, into, do me a favor and click the channel, and please check my other videos out. And if this is your first time on my channel and you're just seeing my face for the first time, before you leave, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Thank you for always watching my video. You mean a lot to me. Talking about Ghana, my beautiful country, Ghana, motherland Ghana. I'm Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Ghana, and I love talking about Ghana, obviously. So this video is basically about Ghana because that's where I live right now. And if someday I move to another country in Africa, we'll still start making video about that particular country. But now I live in Ghana and I make videos about Ghana. Yeah, so today I'll be sharing with you all the ways I think Ghana is basically heaven on earth. Okay, someone say, okay, maybe that would be a little bit stressed out, but yeah, I'm basically going to be listing ways I think Ghana really has improved in the last couple of years. One thing is, Africa, we have a lot of problem in Africa. Like, we literally have a whole lot of problem in Africa. But the problem with some of all these issues we have in Africa, with our 99 problems that we have in Africa, is most times these problems are always put out there for the world to see. That's it. Like the Western media, they shed light only on the problems African have, the good side of Africa. Like we have this whole image where the Western world, they've painted like Africa is riddled with natural disaster. There's always conflict in Africa. It's a war-ridden place. Literally, the picture they paint of Africa is always the poor Africa. The poor Africa. That's the narrative that's out there. The Western world, like the UK, the US, France, Germany, and the likes of them, they literally have 999 problems compared to our 99 problems that we have in Africa. But they have a way of shedding that and covering it all up and making it all look like it's rosy, and somehow we are now labeled as a war-ridden continent that's very poor. Most of us literally live in thatched houses. We have nothing good going on for us. I think during the COVID season, and Bill Gates and his wife, they have the nerves to say, oh, Africa will be littered with corpses because obviously we cannot deal with their diseases. You know, a lot of nasty countries. So to the Western world, Africa is this poor-ridden continent, and all of the countries in Africa, they are all basically they actually think Africa is a country, not a continent, and whatever is happening in one country is basically happening in all the country. Like right now, Nigeria is like a mess. Nigeria, a lot is happening in Nigeria, and it's being reported everywhere in the world. Like everyone is aware of what's happening in Nigeria. Nigeria is basically turning to North Korea of Africa, while like we're in a dictatorship era in Africa. So right now, that's only what's going out of Africa, and now people start thinking, oh, that's Africa. Forget that Africa has different countries. So today I am here and I'm telling you why Ghana. The reason why I think Ghana obviously is a heaven compared to the Western world. Mostly is because, let's talk about natural disaster, massacre, destruction of properties, wars, and all of that that's going on everywhere in the world. It's not happening in Africa. And yes, of course, we have natural disaster in Ghana. Like there is this sometimes during the rainy season where there might be this heavy rainfall and flood might destroy some properties, and maybe 1 or 2 lives might be lost. And sometime last year there was a bit of that's not really an earthquake, it was more like a shuffle or whatever, but it wasn't really an earthquake. But yeah, we have earthquakes in Africa also, but these are mostly things that we actually do not have control over. But when all these things happen here in Africa, it is being painted like that's all what is happening in Africa, and it's being painted in a horrible fashion, when in reality, if you go to the Western world, like in America, there is literally like, okay, let's talk about this year alone in America. This year alone in America, gun violence has been on the rise. Someone taking a gun and just going to a public place and just killing his fellow countrymen for nothing. That has been happening almost every day in America right now. But you see, it's not being publicized the way the ones happening in Africa are usually publicized. So it's meant to look like Africa, we are the war-ridden continent. We have a lot of problems in continent. There's always strife in Africa. We are always against each other in Africa. We're always fighting Africa, and there's massacre in Africa. Why conveniently leaving the fact that a gun violence in America is on the rise? Literally, you can just go out of your house in America and you'll be gunned down. Yeah, that's what's better. Somehow, we are still the third world country or third world war. You know, African countries are still labeled as the third world countries, whereas theirs is like the first world or whatever. So in countries where they have all of these good things going on for them, and they have all of this gun violence going on, they have massacre happening every day in America, and then when you go to Australia, there are lots of natural disasters that happen there every year. There is flood that comes up every year. And earlier this year in towards Texas, we saw what happened in Texas, out of power. Yeah, then we saw the whole hurricane that happened and the rest. But somehow, if one of these natural disasters happen in Africa, it is being made to seem like that is what Africa is all about. So that is the picture the world out there sees of us, and it's high time we start changing narrative. Hence why I make the kind of videos I make. And it's some people on my channel that are always confused, like, why are you always talking about in Ghana? Why do you love promoting Ghana, putting Ghana on the map, basically, and showcasing the positive side of Ghana? Why I love doing all of this is mostly because the Western media, all up till now, they've painted us in a way they want the world to see us. Why literally out the good side of Africa? So it's our duty as Africans to start showing the world what we are actually all about, and start buying into their own narrative of we are the third world. Like in the Western world, they have this fake standard of living that is oftentimes mistaken to be the highest standard of living, which is why most of them, they think they live a better life than us. You know, one thing, since I've been on this channel, not basically just when I've been on this channel, I literally have 80,000 followers on TikTok. Yes, and I've been on IG for a while. Literally, I've been online for a while. And when people, like fellow Africans like you that are living in the Western world, they try to reach out to you, you see them, maybe they put the fact that, oh hi, I'm Chris, I live in Spain. Oh hi, I'm Chris, I live in Germany. They like fronting these countries they live in. Like, most time when that happened to me and I'm reading DM with someone introduces themselves with, oh, to go and live in this, like, am I supposed to be impressed by that? I would rather you hit me up like, hi, I'm Nigerian, I'm from Edo State, how are you? And we get talking than you telling me, oh hi, I'm Nigerian and I live in Spain, or I live in the UK. Like, that's supposed to be like, I don't know. You have this fake standard of living. You like when you go to the Western world, you see all of these hard street, paved streets, you see high-end mansions, you see bridges, you see roads, you see all of those good things. I am not saying these are bad things. I am not saying, but those things are oftentimes put in place just to cover up what the problems they actually have. Whereas in Africa, we like showcasing this problem more than we showcase the other side of us. I've come to love in Ghana is the fact that Ghana is developing economy. Ghana is developing every day. There are literally roads springing up every day in Ghana. My street which they here, they constructed this double side drainage because rainy season is coming, in order to be able to like control flood. There are roads being constructed every day. There are lots of buildings springing up every day. There is the economy is literally on the rise. The city is really strong right now. There are a lot of things that are happening in Ghana, but one thing that Ghana has been able to retain amidst all of this is the culture, which is one thing, which is why I actually do love living in Ghana. You know, when I was still in school, when people would talk about where we like to visit, I have friends who literally want to go to Europe, they want to go to UK, they want to go to the US, they literally just want to leave the continent of Africa. One thing I always say is that I love living in Nigeria. I do love, I think there was, last week I was talking to someone on the phone, and I was telling them about how I love going back to Nigeria often, and how someday I will leave Ghana and relocate back to Nigeria, because the truth of the matter is I love Nigeria and I love living in Nigeria. So when all of my friends, they had this dream of, we are going to leave Africa, we're going to go this, we are going to, when I used to tell them that, oh no, I'd rather be rich in Africa than be rich in the Western world, they always look at me like, she's crazy. I'm not crazy. I'd literally rather have the money and be able to live in Africa and live the life I want and live a higher standard of life than them living in the Western world, living from paycheck to another paycheck, from one bill. So when you go to the Western world and you see all these big buildings, you see all these paved streets, you see these glass houses, you see these mansions, you see this subway system. All of things is just a mirage to cover up the low standard of life they're actually living there. Whereas here in Ghana, we're going to come back to Ghana, but this is something that I think East Africa, they're not copying. Like, they are becoming, some countries there, I don't want to basically, so it will not be like I'm, trying to pick on anybody, but you see some countries there, they are literally trying to be westernized, and like you see someone who's Kenya trying to sound American, or someone who's Kenya trying to sound British, or you see someone in Kenya literally waking up in the morning. I watched this video on YouTube and I was appealed, like, seriously, literally waking up in the morning and you're on the road looking for English tea in Africa. You're walking a minute distance looking for English tea. This is not a direction of anybody. I just find that out. That was very weird. Or basically, on African, we have this slavers mentality in Africa, which is not necessarily a fault of ours. We have this slaver mentality where we think the Western world is better than us, and we try desperately to copy everything they do. So when I see these people from some of these countries trying really hard to be westernized, like, okay, you're educated, yes, you went to school outside of the country, yeah, but you should be able to speak English with your accent. That's one thing I love about the Ghanaians. One thing I love about the Ghanaians is, no matter how educated they are, if a Ghanaian is speaking to me like this, I know this is a Ghanaian. It's kind of almost the same with the Nigerians also. Like, if a Nigerian is talking to you, literally just know, this one is Nigerian. Our accent is always there. I'm not saying there are not few Nigerians and few Ghanaians that maybe they go to some of these countries and they come back home with some of all these, and some will start stressing the basic use of, oh yeah, gonna do this, gonna do that. They come with this fake accent. But one thing is, even when they come with this fake phonetics, fake accent, you still hear their Ghanaian accent in it, and you still hear the Nigerian accent in it. But you literally see someone in Africa trying desperately to sound foreign. You should be able to sound African. That's why when I see the Ghanaians speaking their language, I don't necessarily fault them. Okay, yeah, this is an Anglophone country like Nigeria, which means English is our official language. We speak English in an official setting. But when I am talking to my fellow Nigerian who is from the same tribe as me, I'm not expected to be speaking English like this. I literally would just speak to pidgin English or my language. So if I'm even communicating with someone who's Nigerian, that's not from my language, that basically does not even understand my language, we communicate in pidgin English rather than trying to sound like we are foreigners. We're not foreigners, we're Nigerians. So I see them doing that. I think it's weird. Like in Ghana here, morning, breakfast, people going to buy that cocoa, and kose, that's like akamu and akara in Nigeria also. That's the kind of breakfast we know. Or literally we even eat eba for breakfast. Is it for eating fufu here for breakfast, or eating rice for breakfast? We're not waking up in the morning and just walking around looking for English tea to drink, like that whole tradition of we're not trying too hard to be Western. What some of these Africans that try to copy this Western world, copy their accent, copy their standard of living. I hear they even call a Kenya like the small London now, like a London that is not London. Why do you want to be that westernized when you can be African and be well developed and still be able to retain your culture? Imagine giving out your culture just to take some. When I watch their Tuko talk sometimes and I see the value some of them place on the white skin or light skin, literally there are some things that happen there. I'm like, I pay like, this is what's happening. Some of these Africans fit to realize is most people from the Western world, they suffer from this delusion and mental disorder, hijack, and mental disorder or mental health problem that makes them think they actually live a better life than us, or they live where they actually believe they have a better standard of living than us, when in retrospect, in reality, nobody actually knows what the right standard of living is. Like, who decided what is the high standard of living? I don't know if you understand. Nobody actually knows. It's this whole mirage they created. One thing the West has largely depended on for years and has continually been profiting of from years. It's creating disunity among the African countries so as to be able to label Africa as a conflict-ridden continent. I don't know if you understand. So that's what is often labeled, like Africa is like a country, a conflict-ridden continent. Why they live a better standard of living than us? Ghana has provided me with that luxury of living a better quality of life than if I was in the Western world. There is their social welfare, their platform, that their social security system that they think is better than us, and they think, oh, Africa have no social security system. Okay, maybe we do not actually have social security system in Africa where like the Westerners, like maybe we do not have that, but something we have in Africa is the communal society, where basically the member of the family, extended family, and a member of the community, member of a particular town, friend groups, and the rest, they come together. Like when one is sick and they can't afford like that, you see when people raise GoFundMe to fund their family members, they come together to fund it. Or maybe when one is in school and they cannot actually afford school fees, member of the extended family, they come together and they pay the school fees. That is something that has happened, that is in Africa, which is, to me, is really way better than their social security system, because ours is not polished, it's not an ideal situation to some, but it's a working system and it's been working for you. Okay, I think it's a bit embarrassing when you have to start meeting family people to ask for help, to ask for money, but you, at the end of the day, you have them to fall back to. It's like different in the West world, where basically when you're 18 years old in the Western world, you're literally on your own. And when you are old, or your children are all grown and you are now retired, you are literally on your own, which is why the social security system is good for them, because that's their own system. But in our system here, a child of 18 is literally still under his parents and they're still paying his school fees. I was in the university way into my early 20s. That was when I graduated. My school fees was paid by my family. It's not really like that in the Western world. That's why they graduate with a lot of student loan, and oftentimes when you are old, you are not the responsibility of your children. But in Africa, a parent is expected to take care of the children till when they are of a certain age. Even you see people in their early 20s still living with their parents, mid-20s still living with their parents. The parents that are taking care of them, take care of the school, they take care of health, take care of feeding, take care of clothing. And then in turn, when these parents become old, the children in turn take care of them. So that's a system that has been working for us for years. Okay, right now I think some Africans are not getting frustrated with it, and some are trying to, cut out from it. Some are trying to like be so westernized, thinking, oh, my parents is not my responsibility, oh, my this is not my responsibility, and the rest and the likes of them, literally cutting short the whole communal system we have here. But so far that has been working for us, and that is one of the reasons we have a better standard of living than them. And their social security system is actually crumbling right now. They will not let you know that it's crumbling, but it is crumbling because it's not sustainable. They've seen that that is actually not sustainable. So yeah, we do not have social security system in Africa. We have the communal system in Africa, and that has been working. And that has been in the Western world, the standard of living has always been considered with quantity in mind. Whereas in Africa is literally quality. It's all about quality. In Africa, the better standard of living is oftentimes measured by the level of happiness, peace, contentment, which is all I have in Ghana. I have all of that here in Ghana. But in the Western world, it's often the standard of living, high standard of living is often quantified with quantity rather than quality. People in Ghana are oftentimes way happier than people from the Western world, not necessarily because they have more than them. Even when they don't even have money, people that don't even know where the next meal is coming from, they do not know how tomorrow will fend for itself. You see them dancing in the street, you see them living life, you see them and not stressing themselves. But the stress level literally people in the Western world, they live from paycheck to paycheck. Like there's this thing now in the UK, this night violence on the rise in the UK, that they are not publishing the way that we know these things are happening. And mostly I think those children, what I read last week was most of those children are children of African descent, that migrated to the UK, and now they have to work 3 to 5 jobs just to keep the family going. And oftentimes, because they are working 3 jobs, they have no time for the children, and children are often left to fend for themselves, which means they are not under any guidance of any parents, which leads to most of this night violence on the rise in the UK, in the black community in the UK presently, which is something we don't have. Like in Africa, yeah, you see someone living, even when they have their 9 to 5 job, you see they go and they come and they have enough time to spend. In the Western world, they have mortgages, they have car loans, they have a personal credit card. Mortgages really is like you own a house that you literally you actually do not own, you live it. Yeah, then you own cars, you are driving this flashy car that are actually owned by were funded by loans from the bank, and it oftentimes means that the money they have to spend is not actually their money, and they have personal loan where they can go take and go on vacations. And somehow they think because they have access to things, they have a better life than us. Whereas in Africa, like in Ghana here, if you own a house in Ghana, you own a house. Yeah, there is mortgages in Ghana, but oftentimes people like building houses on their own. So when you see someone actually driving a car in Ghana, it's their car. And when you see someone living in a house in Ghana, it's their house. So when you see someone that owns like a small flat in Ghana that's working his normal 9 to 5 job on Monday to Friday, you still see that they have enough time to come home, to spend with their family, and be able to spend with their children without necessarily spending all of their time working to raise extra money to pay for the mortgage, because the house is there, they're not paying rent. So even if they're living in a one-room apartment and they are feeding properly, they are happy than the people in the Westerners. They have this whole processed food where there are literally no nutrients in them. Here in Ghana, literally they have a lot of organic food, lots of nutrients, local natural food that people come to Ghana here and they enjoy, like we all enjoy. You see, I'm looking fresh in Ghana, and more often time because the stress level is low in Ghana, you see people live longer than they're actually expected to live. We do not even have a good health system in Africa. Yeah, like Ghana don't have the best healthcare system. But the only reason we are able to still live as long as we do in Africa is because our stress level is always low than the people in the Western world that have to work 5 jobs just to be able to make end meet. But somehow these people think they have a better life than us. And like in 2008, when there was this financial crisis that happened and the whole economy of the world crashes, and so many people in the Western world, in France, UK, US, Germany. So many people lost houses, they lost their cars, they lost access to so many things. People were actually struggling, debt and everything. If you had come to Ghana, I wasn't in Ghana then, but I was in Nigeria then. I tell you is, most people in Nigeria were not even aware of that financial crisis that happened in 2008. And the only reason I was aware of it was because my dad used to watch a lot of CNN. And as a daddy girl that I was, yes, I used to love watching news with my father. So I watched a lot of CNN with him, which was the only reason we knew about what was happening. Because in Africa, this side, your house is owned by you. Your car, no matter how old it is owned by you. And if you don't have a car, you are entering your bus to wherever you are going. You're taking a taxi to wherever you are going. And you are paying with your money and you are coming home. And you are sleeping with nobody thinking you are spending some government money that you have to spend all of your life paying. You're not going to school and you're graduating. And you literally spend 10 years paying off student loan. Just, before you even start earning for your stay, and then you go from student loans to start paying mortgages because you have to earn a house, and then you're paying car loans because obviously driving a car funded by the bank, and then you're taking vacation with personal loans that you're taking, and then you're spending money credit card. And if you go to some of their fashion a website now where we shop, where some of us shop here, is that they even have option to pay later, which means they literally buy clothing that they wear on their body. They wear and they think they are living better than you, but they are buying some of all these things on credit where they can pay in installment. We don't have that in Africa. If I own a church in Africa, it's mine. If I own a house in Africa, in Ghana, here, it's mine. This, all what I've just said, is one of the reasons why I think Ghana is literally heaven. Like Ghana, now there are lots of Westerners now relocating to Ghana. People in diaspora are now coming to Ghana. Why are they coming to Ghana? Because Ghana has this quality of life that they did not have access to in their country. Me personally, coming from Nigeria, like present day in Nigeria right now, if you are a foreigner, you want to go to Nigeria, okay, yeah, I know the whole crisis happening in Nigeria is not happening everywhere in Nigeria, but personally, I will say you do not go. Rather pick Ghana instead. Why? Ghana has a working system. They have one of the best working democracy in Africa. The economy is working and it's growing every day. There are lots of business opportunities to buy into here in Ghana, which should be our next video. We're going to talk about 5 reasons why you should consider relocating. But Ghana has provided me with a quality of life that if I was living in Lagos, I wouldn't have access to. Those are some of the reasons why I think Ghana is heaven. So what do you think? Before you leave, don't forget to comment your honest opinion in the comment section as always. And please like and subscribe before you leave also, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.